Airline carry-on rules are getting significant changes again. These changes will impact how you pack, what you can bring, and even the bag you use. If you're not prepared, you could face rejected bags and unexpected fees at the airport. We're talking new size and weight restrictions, stricter enforcement, and changes to what counts as a personal item. In this video, I'll break down the essentials: new size standards, weight limits, personal item rules, prohibited items, and what to expect from budget airlines. First, let's break down the new carry-on size standards that are set to take effect in 2025. For years, the dimensions of permissible carry-on luggage have been a bit of a free-for-all, varying considerably from one airline to another. This inconsistency has often led to confusion and frustration for travelers. However, things are changing. There is a growing push in the airline industry for greater standardization of carry-on luggage sizes. Most airlines are now expected to shrink the maximum size allowed for carry-on bags. Get ready to downsize. The new, more restrictive limits are expected to be around 21.5 by 15.5 by 9 inches. This is the target many airlines are aiming for. In centimeters, that translates to approximately 55 by 39 by 23 centimeters, including the wheels and handles. Don't forget to account for those protruding parts. That small half-inch difference could be the deciding factor. Your old carry-on bag might no longer meet the requirements and therefore no longer fit. This is especially true with the implementation of stricter sizers at the gate. Gate agents will be paying closer attention to ensure compliance. So, why is this change happening? The primary reason is that overhead bin space is consistently at a premium on most flights. Airlines are also striving to speed up the boarding process and reduce departure delays. Smaller standardized bags allow airlines to fit more items in the overhead bins. For U.S. travelers, this likely means you may need to invest in a new, compliant carry-on bag. It also means you'll need to carefully rethink your packing strategy and potentially minimize what you bring along. Keep in mind that international flights and partner airlines will very likely align their policies with these new size standards. Double-check your specific airline's rules and regulations regarding carry-on luggage before you head to the airport. The bottom line is this: take the time to carefully measure your current carry-on bag, making sure to include the wheels, handles, and any other external components. Then, compare those measurements to your airline's updated carry-on baggage policy, which you can usually find on their website. If your bag's dimensions are close to the stated limit, it's always best to play it safe and opt for a smaller bag. Don't get caught off guard at the gate. Next, we'll delve into the updated weight limits for carry-on luggage. Size isn't the only thing changing. Weight limits are also getting stricter. Many airlines will now enforce carry-on weight limits more closely, and they're not afraid to pull out the scale to make sure you're within the allowed range. Often, the limit is between 7 and 10 kilograms, 15 and 22 pounds. This can be a surprisingly small amount, especially if you're packing for a more extended trip. Some budget and international carriers may go as low as 5 kilograms. These airlines are particularly strict, so be sure to pay close attention to their specific rules. Remember, your empty bag can weigh 2 to 3 kilograms, which eats into your allowance before you've even packed a single item. So you have less room for your stuff than you think. It's easy to underestimate how much your belongings actually weigh. Exceed the limit, and you'll be forced to check your bag at the gate, usually at a much higher fee. These last-minute baggage fees can be costly and often cost more than checking the bag initially would have. These limits aren't just about fees, they're for safety and to help flight attendants and passengers handle bags safely. Overweight bags can be difficult to lift and store, potentially causing injuries. Always check the weight allowance for every airline on your itinerary before you even start packing, especially if you have connections. Different airlines may have different weight restrictions, even on the same journey. Don't assume all airlines have the same rules. Double-check their websites. It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to baggage allowances. Invest in a portable luggage scale and weigh your packed bag at home. This simple tool can save you a lot of stress and money at the airport. U.S. airlines have been more lenient in the past, but that's changing. Expect more scrutiny in 2025. Airlines are tightening their policies across the board. Sometimes the weight limit applies to your carry-on and personal item combined, so be mindful of the total weight. So, read the fine print. The devil is often in the details when it comes to airline baggage policies. A few hundred grams can make a difference. Airlines are very precise when weighing bags, so even a small amount over the limit can result in a fee. If you're over, remove items or check your bag before you get to the airport. This can often be a cheaper option than paying the gate fee. Know your numbers and pack accordingly. Careful planning is key to avoiding overweight baggage fees. Next, let's talk about personal items. Your personal item, think purse, laptop bag, or small backpack, faces new scrutiny in 2025. Airlines are now publishing strict size limits, often around 16 by 12 by 6 inches, 40 by 30 by 15 centimeters. It must fit under the seat in front of you, not just look small. Overstuffed small backpacks can get flagged and reclassified as a second carry-on, leading to fees. Always check your airline's personal item dimensions and measure your bag when packed. Pack only essentials: laptop, book, headphones, meds, documents. Don't cram heavy or bulky items in just to save space in your main bag. Budget airlines are especially strict, as the personal item is often your only free allowance. Full-service carriers may be a bit more lenient, but don't count on it. The trend is toward tighter enforcement everywhere. If your personal item is too big, you'll pay extra or be forced to check a bag. Double-check the rules before every flight, pack smart, and keep your personal item truly personal-sized. Next, what not to pack. Packing the right items is just as crucial as selecting the right bag size and weight. Overpacking or bringing prohibited items can lead to unnecessary delays at the airport. Before you even start thinking about your destination, let's make sure you're packing smart. The basics still apply: liquids, aerosols, and gels. These are common culprits for holdups at security checkpoints. They must be in containers of 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less. It's a strict rule enforced by airport security worldwide, all fitting neatly in a single, clear, quart-sized bag. This makes it easy for security to inspect and keeps things moving. Don't try to sneak larger bottles. They'll be confiscated. It's not worth the risk of losing your favorite shampoo or lotion. Sharp objects, most tools, anything that could potentially be used as a weapon is a no-go in your carry-on. Firearms, flammable items, these are strictly prohibited for obvious safety reasons. And sporting equipment are banned from carry-ons. Think carefully about what you're packing and whether it needs to go in your checked luggage instead. New for 2025. Expect more restrictions on powders. Security is tightening up on these. Over 12 ounces, 350 milliliters, may need extra screening or must be checked. Be prepared to open them for inspection. Lithium batteries, like power banks, must be in your carry-on, not checked. This is to prevent potential fire hazards in the cargo hold. But there are limits on size and quantity. So, don't go overboard with the number of power banks you're bringing. Check your airline's rules for high-capacity batteries, as they may vary. Security screening is evolving. It's constantly adapting to new threats and technologies, with more advanced scanners rolling out. These scanners provide a more detailed look inside your bags. Some airports may let you keep liquids and laptops in your bag, thanks to these new technologies. But don't count on it everywhere. It's always best to be prepared to remove them. Always check the prohibited items list for your airline and destination before you pack. Regulations can differ from place to place. If you carry unusual electronics or medical devices, have documentation ready. This can help avoid unnecessary questions and delays. Security agents have the final say. Be prepared and communicate clearly. A polite and cooperative attitude goes a long way. The goal is safety, but being informed makes the process smoother. Knowledge is power when it comes to airport security. Stay updated, as rules can change quickly. Check official sources for the latest information. Don't risk delays or losing your items. know what's allowed. A little preparation can save you a lot of hassle. Now let's tackle budget airlines. They often have even stricter rules and fees, so pay close attention. Budget airlines are notorious for strict baggage rules and extra fees. The cheapest fares usually include only a tiny personal item. Anything bigger costs extra. In 2025, expect even tighter enforcement and higher fees for oversized or overweight bags. If your bag doesn't fit their sizer, you'll pay, sometimes more than your ticket. Read their baggage policy before you book, and know the exact size and weight limits for each bag type. Bundled fares may be cheaper if you need a carry-on. Do the math before booking. Packing light is key. Use packing cubes, wear bulky items, and bring only essentials. The airport experience is faster paced and less forgiving. Be ready for quick checks. Don't argue with staff. If you follow the rules, you'll breeze through. The 2025 changes mean even less wiggle room. Diligence is your best friend. Prepare ahead, and you'll avoid nasty surprises. Next, how to check your compliance at home. Don't wait until the airport to find out if your bag is compliant. Check at home. Use a tape measure to get your bag's true dimensions, including wheels, handles, and bulging pockets. Compare these numbers to your airline's 2025 limits. Weigh your fully packed bag. With a digital luggage, scale, don't guess. If you're close to the limit, repack or swap items before you leave. Do a test pack, make sure your personal item fits under a chair and your carry-on doesn't bulge past the allowed size. Packing cubes help compress clothes and keep your bag organized. Take photos of your bag next to a tape measure and on the scale just in case. This isn't official proof, but it shows you did your homework. Being prepared at home saves time, money, and stress at the airport. Don't rely on luck measure, weigh, and pack smart. A few minutes now can save hours of hassle later. Next, what to do if things go wrong at the gate. Let's talk about your gate-side game plan. Even with preparation, your bag might get flagged at the gate. Stay calm and ask the agent, why is it size, weight, or something else? If it's overweight, see if you can remove items, but be ready for a firm no. Most likely, you'll have to check your bag. The gate check fees are pretty steep. Quickly remove essentials, passport, wallet, meds, electronics, and anything fragile. Use your personal item or a foldable tote for valuables. If you have connections, confirm if your bag is checked through or if you'll need to recheck it. If you can't check the bag, your options are limited. Compliance is key. Cooperate efficiently to avoid delaying the flight. Don't argue. Agents are enforcing policy, not making exceptions. Learn from the experience. Note why your bag was rejected and adjust for next time. Invest in compliant luggage if needed. Preparation and flexibility are your best tools. That's your essential guide to the 2025 carry-on rule changes. Preparation and awareness are everything. Double-check your airline's rules before every flight. Don't assume, verify size, weight, and personal item policies on the official website. A few minutes of research can save you money and stress. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more travel tips and updates. Thanks for watching. Safe and stress-free travels in 2025 and beyond.